So, one thing that I did want to note real quick that I think is actually kind of interesting, I could be wrong on this, but I believe this is the case, that I think is actually really neat, because it works pretty dang well for something being in 2006, is the fact that this Scarecrow's motion sensor, I think, I could be wrong, is in his eye. Because when I flashlight this in his eye, I moved it up slowly trying to figure out where it is. And he went off when I hit his eye. But anyway, the thing that I was trying to say that I think is really cool, especially for 2006, is I believe that the his motion sensor is in his eye. Now, anybody that probably this might be their favorite static prop from 2006, anybody that it's their favorite might already know this. But the way I found this out is if I went like this and move up slowly, when I hit his eye, it goes off. So I believe it's in his eye, which I think is really a cool thing, because it's like he's actually seeing you and going off. Now, people wouldn't know that, but I think that's very cool that they kind of added that as a little feature, and I wanted to point that out for you guys to say it was pretty cool. Okay, so that's not great. Let me just... That's actually really cool, actually. I mean, it'd be hard to see on camera, probably, for you guys, but I just think that's cool. How you can kind of, like, see certain parts. Alright, guys, I'm back. And, something I wanted to actually point out that I noticed is really cool. Another really cool feature about this guy is, I mean, I did do the, his arms are posable, so I posed them in, like, the, classic, like, Scarecrow kind of pose. Right now he's sort of hitting a T-pose, I guess. So, the cool thing you can see here is, if it will focus, is he's actually got fingers. They actually put fingers in the gloves, which I think is really cool, actually, because, like, I mean, it's a detail that you can't really see very well, and it's sort of not very well known that is a thing, but he does in fact have fingers. So I think it's really cool that they I believe it is time for the conclusion of my video, as I feel I've covered just about every aspect of this guy. As you can see, I have posed him. I posed him in kind of like the more Scarecrow T-pose position. I believe I acknowledged that actually in a previous part here. He is on, actually. So let's see. His finger right here. His fingers. You know. And his face, which I think is awesome. It looks kind of red with this camera lighting. Yeah, so, anyway, to my opinion, I guess, in conclusion, I'm not going to call this a real review, because it is kind of, I'm borrowing it, and, also, this is really old. This is kind of a vintage thing, sort of. So, I guess I'll just give my overall thoughts and, a few feelings about this prop and how I'll be using it in my hunt, I guess, will be the most, I guess, appropriate conclusion for this type of video. So, you know, overall, I think is a really, really cool, like, static prop to have, if you can get a hold of him, even if it's, like, the white-eyed version. in my opinion, the pumpkin version is cool, but it definitely doesn't have the same creepy effect that this one does. I feel like the pumpkin version is very different, has its own place. You know, I mean, yeah, they're virtually the same, but I feel like the face kind of makes it a little less creepy with that one. And that's just my personal taste. But if you can get this for I don't exactly know how I would price this, to be honest, but if you can get it for what you feel is a reasonable price, I feel that there's no reason not to buy it because it's really, really cool. Really cool Scarecrow static prop. Um, its arms are posable, as I have just showcased right here. And you can, like I said, its eyes they're two different versions, which is awesome. However, the yellow version that I have is very rare. They're very difficult to get either way. But, like I said, I think he's a really cool prop. I'm glad that I'm using him for this season, for Halloween, even though I do have Jack Straw, which is another Scarecrow. I feel like these guys are definitely very different, and will, make sense in their own respective places. I feel for Jack Straw, I'm just going to give you a quick teaser right now, and go ahead and tell you guys that he is going to be sitting on a hay bale by like a garden type theme area that I'm planning on doing. Now, if this garden theme doesn't happen for whatever reason, many things might happen. It's not likely that it won't happen, but if it doesn't, just be prepared for that. That Jack Straw will be there for the jump scare, and hopefully I will do a review kind of on him soon. I haven't used him a whole lot, but I think I've used him enough to kind of like give you some objective information on him. But this guy, on the other hand, this Gemmy Life Size Scarecrow, I feel can be kind of he can go in a lot of different places. He might be on my porch, just kind of standing there being creepy, maybe, or in the darkness with a light shining on him is what I think the best, to be honest, because I just think that with the green light or some sort of light flashing on him as this light, and not flashing like steady on him, would just make him a very, very creepy prop to have. So I'm really glad to have him, especially since he's rare. So yeah, I think that's a really exciting thing that my uncle let me use this, and I am very happy with this prop. Was not disappointed at all. So I mean, this isn't really a review, but if you can get it for cheap, definitely get it. I think it's cool. Just be forewarned ahead of time. I was not misled by this, but somebody might be. This is a static prop, meaning that it doesn't move. It may say animated, but that's only because its eye lights up and it makes sound. So anyway, guys, as I said, I really like this prop. You will be seeing him in many more videos, many more posts on my Instagram if you guys follow that. I'll be doing all kinds of things with this guy, over it, like, potential theme plans. I might go more in depth with some of my plans here if I eventually decide on what I'm gonna go with. So, yeah, guys. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like. I know this was a relatively long one. It was long, one, because I was really excited to make a video like this, and I've been waiting this whole week to do this. So I wanted to get a lot of content in here and a lot of my thoughts into this. And two, believe it or not, the storage fiasco my phone was having actually ended up causing me to end up having to make more, like into more sections, which ended up making them longer. So I didn't have just one segment. So it's hard to keep track of time. So anyway, I probably shouldn't be trying to explain that even more. But anyway, if this video is long, I apologize for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed anyway. Anyway, guys. Oh yeah, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I am currently trying to reach my goal of 100 subscribers by the end of the Halloween season this year. So if you guys could go ahead and subscribe and help make that happen, that would be great. I have a lot of things planned for a 100 sub special that I may do. It's gonna be a multi-part 100 sub special. So anyway, guys, like I said, enough rambling. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe as I said before, and we will see you all later. Bye.